My name is Linda. I'm from Norway, and I've been a full-time missionary in Africa for the past 8 years. Yes. I live on the coast of Kenya with my husband and 4 kids, and we're pioneering a ministry called Swahili Coast Mission. From I was 5 years old, I knew that I was called to be a missionary. It started as a love and compassion growing in my heart for the poor and lost in Africa and to be a mother for the motherless. When I told people I was going to be a missionary, they just laughed at me. They said, "You're really cute," but no one really believed me. When I was 11, I was really disturbed by this, and I told God, "God, I need to know, is this a calling from you, or is it just out of the kindness of my heart?" Because I knew if this was a calling from God, I wanted to go all in. But if it was just my own dreams, I wouldn't even bother trying. So one day, I was 11 years old. I took my Bible, I went into my room and locked the door, and I told God, "God, I'm not leaving until you've told me. Is this the calling of my life?" I opened my Bible randomly to 1 John 3:16 and 18. And it says, "This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our life for our brothers and sisters. If anyone has material possessions and sees their brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in them? Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth." The words pierced my heart, and I knew this is what I'm called for. This is what I'm created for. To share the gospel with the poor and lost in Africa, to share my overflow. I ran screaming out of the room, and I told my mommy, "Mommy, I'm gonna be a missionary, I'm gonna be a missionary." From there on, there was no looking back. Shortly after, I found out my name in Swahili described my calling, Linda, to protect, take care of, and nurture, exactly what was on my heart. So now I knew God had connected me to something with Swahili, but I still had no idea where or how or when. I just continued through my teenage years, holding on to this promise deep in my heart, and waiting for the right timing. Many times crying myself to sleep because I could feel this overwhelming mother's love in my heart, and I knew it was for African children. And I was so impatient to get there, but God told me to wait for the right timing. After a few years, I heard about Heidi Baker, and I felt God strongly connect me with her, and I started to weep, and I felt like her heart was my heart. Me and my husband went to their harvest school whilst pregnant, and then we served with them in Mozambique for 2 years with a baby and a toddler. When the end of our 2 years was coming up, we knew it was time for the next step, but we still had no idea where. One day in prayer, I saw a vision. I saw a fire moving from Mozambique, where we were living, up through the coast, through Tanzania, Kenya, towards the south of Somalia. And I just saw the word Swahili Coast. I had to Google it, and I saw it was the name of that specific coastline. The same night, one of my pastor's friends from home, he called me and said he had seen the exact same vision with the word Swahili Coast. Finally, we knew where we were going, but we still had no idea where. We felt to start on the Kenyan coast. So me and my husband, we went down to Kenya, we rented a car, and we spent 1 week just driving up and down the coast, waiting to see if God would highlight any specific city for us. On the 4th day, we came to a small village called Kilifi, and we just looked at each other and we said, "This is it." So we packed up our 2 kids, we moved into this small village in Kilifi in a rental house. We knew no one. We had no idea what to do, where to start, but we were convinced that we were in the right place. We prayed with our kids, and our 4-year-old daughter, she told me, "Mommy, I saw some kids on the garbage dump looking for food. I feel like we're supposed to start there." So we did. So we took our food and our Bibles, and we went to the garbage dump, sitting with the homeless, ministering to them, praying for the sick. More people started to come, and that's how our ministry started. Now, after 6 years, we've started 2 churches, and we're pioneering a ministry in a small village, equipping our community, building a mission base, and we have tons of dreams for the future. We're gonna spend the rest of our lives loving these people that God has entrusted us with, spreading the gospel throughout the Swahili coast. So many times, I've not known what's next. I've just followed God in faith, step by step. But He's been so faithful and never failed me. I'm now living my dreams. I'm a mother to many, loving on the poor and lost. I've found my purpose. Don't let anyone tell you that your dreams are unachievable. Whatever He has called you for, He will equip you for it. Just cling to Him and trust Him. Say yes to His calling. It's all worth it.
Wow. Why don't you stand up tonight? As Andreas said, this is one of the main reasons that the Send was birthed. This is why we started. This sentence that Linda said struck me: for the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives.